What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are back with college football content. The season just starting. We have had a few games last night. Obviously, Utah and Florida. We obviously had USC win. But this is my week one college football predictions. This is going to be on ESPN if you're wondering. Their games. It's a good site for this to make some predictions. It just picks 10 games, 10 good games to predict, and I like it. Anyway, last year I finished with a record of 87 and 45 on the season. Pretty good, I would say. My goal last year was to double my predictions of my wins to losses. So if I had 100 wins, I would want only 50 losses, if that makes sense. Didn't quite get there. Let's set that goal for this season. Let's see if we can do it. But let's get into these predictions here. Starting out with the first game of the season, we got Fresno State against Purdue. And this is going to be a interesting matchup here. Fresno State made the Mountain West Championship last year. Fresno State's an underrated program out of the Mountain West, but tough game against Purdue on the road. I just feel like that's going to be too difficult for Fresno. So I'm going to give this one to Purdue. I think that they should win that one, and a lot of people agree on that. Down here, we have the number 17 team TCU. Lost some players, Quentin Johnston, Duggan, of course, their running back. There were some players that left TCU from their last year, but they're still a good team, ranked 17th in the country. They're taking on Sanders, Colorado Buffaloes, the new coach for the Buffaloes, trying to turn that program around. They're going to have a tough one to start out the year. Could this be an upset? Maybe Colorado traveling to Texas. It's not the farthest travel in the world. But I'm going to go with TCU at home. That's just going to be too difficult a game, I think. Colorado, I don't think Deion Sanders is going to be able to change it around already. It's going to be some growing pains, I think, for this Colorado team. They got a lot of transfers there, but I'm going to go with the Horned Frogs. They're still a very well-coached team. They still got a really good roster from last season. I know they got blown out in the championship game, but they played very good against a good Michigan team. So this is a good TCU team here. All right, down here we have California Golden Bears taking on the Mean Green of North Texas. North Texas is an interesting team here. This is being played at North Texas. This is upset territory. North Texas made it to the, well, I forgot what conference they are, but whatever conference championship they did, they made it. And didn't really beat UTSA. I think they got blown out, but still a good year for them. I think that they can build upon that. For California, a team that's getting left in the dust in the Pac-12, maybe a little bit of some, unfocus there. I'm going to go with an upset here. On the road, North Texas Mean Green, underrated team there. A lot of people not picking them. I'm going to give this one to North Texas. You got to have some upsets. Let's go with an upset there with the North Texas Mean Green. All right, I think this should be a fun one. We got UTSA, the Roadrunners, traveling to Houston to take on the Cougars. This is going to be a good one, I think. UTSA, very, very solid team last year. They were the best team in their conference. Houston, a freshly new team in the Big 12. Let's see how they look. And this is no cakewalk for Houston either. UTSA, as I mentioned, was a good team this year. And it's in-state. So UTSA, obviously, from San Antonio. So it's an in-state rivalry game here. And you love to see that. This should be a fun one. It is at Houston, so that does give the advantage to the Cougars. As much as I like the Roadrunners of UTSA, I do think that they're going to come up short. Houston going to try and build upon this. They're going to need to win these games as they're heading into the Big 12, some of these non-conference games. So I do think that they're going to be able to get it done, and the Roadrunners fall in that game. All right, now we have Army, who just got crushed last week against USC, I believe. Or was that Navy? I think that I'm getting this mixed up, but I guess they are. They haven't played. But we got Army against UL Monroe, the Warhawks, right there. I don't really know much about UL Monroe, and I know a lot about Army. Army's a franchise or a program that's a really bruising running program. We all know that. They're a mediocre team about every year, and I think that should be enough to beat this Warhawks team. That's interesting. This game's on NFL Network. What the heck? Okay. I guess they need to play some football, so Army gets the win there, I think. All right, now we got probably the game of the week here. We have a big-time rivalry, the North versus the South. South Carolina Gamecocks go to North Carolina to take on the Tar Heels. And I'm excited for this one. This should be a good one at 5:30. You know, I obviously think that South Carolina, underrated team out of the SEC. North Carolina, though. Wait, South Carolina? I gotta know this now. South Carolina's in the SEC, right? That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. So I was right. South Carolina is in the SEC. That's what I thought. So this is a fun one. Both these teams, rivalry, obviously, the two different Carolinas. You love to see it. But I'm going to give this one to I'm feeling South Carolina. On the road here, North Carolina, the 21st team in the country. I'm feeling South Carolina, though. I think that they're going to come out, play well. An SEC school, a bruising team. I don't have the biggest faith in that North Carolina program. So I'm going to give that one to the Gamecocks. All right, sorry to send the text there real fast. Okay. We got a few more matchups here. Next up we have Toledo Rockets taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini. Toledo out of the MAC conference. They played pretty well. I think they made their conference championship last season. Illinois, though, out of the Big Ten. That's going to be a tough game on the road. I'm going to give that one to Illinois. All right, and then Penn State versus West Virginia, a completely lopsided matchup here. Number 7, Penn State. I just don't see West Virginia. I'm going to be straight up. I do not see West Virginia pulling off that win. Penn State, obviously a very good team. West Virginia just not going to have enough, I think. Moving on, South Alabama Jaguars take on Tulane, the Green Wave. This Green Waves team, if you don't know about Tulane, they were a very, very solid team last year. This is a good Tulane team, and they're going to be a tough team to play in the regular season. I'm going to have to go with the Green Waves, man. They're a dangerous school. South Alabama, obviously not. That I don't see that one being upset. I'm going Tulane. Then we got another good game here. You see this one's about split even here. We have Northwestern Wildcats going on the road to the Rutgers here. And this should be obviously a Big Ten matchup between these two. These two schools aren't like the most popular schools in the world. Northwestern had a good season last year, but they have their setbacks. The betting odds are really favoring Northwestern in this game. -6.5, they say. So that should be interesting. This is also on Sunday, so that's weird, but on CBS. I'm debating about this one. I kind of want to go with Northwestern. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with the Wildcats. That they have had a decent past few years. They're a good, well-coached program, and I just trust them a little bit more than Rutgers. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video today. Hope you all enjoyed the content. Maybe take a look there. Let's see how we can do this season. Anyway, guys, peace out.